So it's been a while since the last time I filmed, and I've gotten a lot done off the camera. Pretty much have it close to ready for paint almost. Just got to finish up all the sanding and stuff. So let me show you around and show you what I've been doing over the winter and part of spring, because it's almost, actually it is summer now. So I went through the whole car and cut out every last bit of rust. So all down here you can see that I've went through and welded all new everything in here, and same goes on the top up there. That's all brand new metal because that entire quarter was like completely rusted away. And then all down here, same deal, as well as I've replaced this rocker panel because it was all dented in from the bottom from some idiot trying to lift it up by that. And underneath of here, I replaced a little bit of the floor, but that's about it. It wasn't horrible, it was just a lot worse than I thought it was. So now I'm just finishing up all the bodywork. I've got it fairly smooth, so once I finish sanding it, it'll be done. But car's completely stripped down. I went through and painted the entire interior and the trunk, and everything underneath has been undercoated with this rubberized undercoating stuff, so it should be pretty bulletproof now. So I guess I'll show a bit of me sanding, because that's all that's left to do on this before paint. So I went through and sanded all this down, and it's pretty good now. Probably just one more skim coat of Bondo. The fenders, although ugly right now, are feeling pretty freaking smooth, so I'm happy with that. Come around to the other side though, there's still a bit more Bondo that has to go on. I think right here, it's just a little bit of a ripple, and then there's just like a little line down there that I'm gonna fill in. So after all that's dealt with, then hopefully I'll be done. I don't know about in here. In here, I think it's just a little more sanding, and same with over on the other side, but should go pretty quick. Should have it done by today, so I'm gonna get going on that. What's poppin', guys? So I had a bunch of friends over. They'll help me sand pretty much most of my car. I've got the doors outside right now. The door over there. I'm disassembling it and then just gonna give the inside a quick sand down and then sand down the outside properly. But I think probably gonna have some friends over some other time and just finish up sanding down the whole chassis everywhere. And then hopefully in about 2 weeks or something like that, this thing will be getting painted. So that's pretty decent. So yeah, that's about it for what's happening lately. Just all the frickin' sanding is so annoying. So that's all I've been working on. Just sanding everything down, getting it ready for paint. So back to probably more time lapses and shit. one bumper, which is hiding behind there, the hard top, and then the one door. Luckily, all my friends, thankful for all them, because they believe in this silly project I have going here, and they're willing to help out. I still have like minor stuff to do here and there with some icing putty, and when I go and sand the entire body, I'll get rid of every little spot. I circled them with a Sharpie there, so I wouldn't forget about them. I stripped down the bay a bit because all the paint that was in there was really junk, so I had to get rid of most of it, like right down to the red. And then I have the whole Miata all laid out on the lawn. And I was going through and I noticed that, I don't know if you can see the video, yeah. See all those dents and stuff right on the top there? And it had a few other ones along the front of it just from me sitting it there all winter, but I'm gonna show you guys a neat trick to deal with these dents. Oh yeah, you can see it there. But all you do is just grab a heat gun and heat it up from the back. I guess the front will probably work too, but I like to do it from the back just so you don't ruin the paint. And let's see how it works. Work as well as I thought it would. It worked for the front. Like, it had a bunch of dents right along the seam line, but I don't know if you can see it. It's still a little dent there and there. So I'm gonna try one more thing. I'm gonna put it up on a stand so it'll like kind of hang and hopefully it'll sag in those spots. So yeah, I'll give that a shot, see how that goes. And there we go. I put it up on a stand and hit it with the heat gun, and it took most of it out. There's still like a little, you can't really see it, it's like the slightest little like kind of curve there, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm satisfied with how it came out. It's plastic, you gotta be careful with it anyways. You don't really get a lot of chances, and if you heat it up too much, it'll just like completely ripple. So turned out good enough for what I want it for. Now I'm just gonna spend the rest of the day finishing up all the sanding. That's just the bumper and the hard top really. So you can't see it because of the freaking sunlight, but then I got a little bit of touching up to do in the engine bay and a whole bunch of other shit to do, but we're getting close. That's all that matters. Now I'm gonna go around to like the raw materials like Bondo and metal and whatnot and just give them a little bit of primer, sand them down, and then I also got to go through with some spot putty and touch up anywhere else that might need a little bit of touch-ups, and that'll be about it. And then it should be absolutely ready to be painted, so let's get to that today. Hey, what's up guys? So today I have a small update. So I did a bit of work yesterday and the Miata's all back together. So it's out here, just rolled it out, just bolted everything up and put some wheels on it. Like nothing too intense because hopefully going to the shop today to get painted, so we'll see how that goes, but you know, I don't have a truck or a trailer, so I gotta kind of coordinate that and see if it works. Now all I'm gonna do today is until hopefully I can get that going, and clean up this fucking mess. Like with the Miata in here, you can't really see how messy it is, but like is horrible. So I'm gonna do that and we'll see how it goes. Alright, it's looking a lot cleaner in here, and I just want to mention how much fucking rust I cut out of this thing. Like, this is all the metal and shit. It's like a solid pile of just shit that I cut out. Like, all the stuff that was just rusty and crusty. So, at least it's got all new metal. There we go. We're all nice and clean. Beautiful. Miata's outside, all tarped up in case it starts raining soon. It's looking pretty cloudy outside. That's about it. I'll give you an update if we make it to the shop. If not, it'll probably just be next time whenever I do get it to the shop. So.